All right, so we just took this test over called out. So in order to get these questions correct, we need to know a few things. First and foremost, the spring of 1993 was Halley's Comet of the desert wildflowers. I don't see the words like or as in that, so I'm going to eliminate, simile. But it is a comparison of two unlike things, so it is a metaphor. Now, none of this involves a person or people-like features, so it's definitely not personification. And cause and effect, this doesn't make any sense to call it cause and effect. So here's a metaphor. But remember, this is a comparison of two unlike things using like or as. This is just a comparison of two unlike things. So then I go to number 2. The text in lines 10 through 12, highway medians look like the seed packets, etc. All right, so this is your stereotypical question where they make an argument and they want to know which one of the following is the proof. Well, the fact of the matter is, this is the proof. They want to know the argument. The argument that it is supporting is this one. Yep. So that is the main argument. This is the proof. On the ECA, there will always be a question where they either provide you proof and want to know the argument, or they give you the argument and they want to know the proof, but it's always that way. So, now we move on to the next question. Why does the author insert dialogue between the narrator and a friend from the East? Okay, now, as you kind of go through the article, you notice she uses an awful lot of scientific terms and a lot of big, colorful terms and stuff like that. And that's not the correct answer because they're talking, they don't need scientific terms. To emphasize how special and mysterious the annual blooming is. Well, they've already emphasized that enough. At this point, the author has taken a turn and wanted to have a piece of humor in it. Okay, this is a believable answer. This is the better answer. ECA questions will have that kind of crap on it, so just fair warning. This, on the other hand, doesn't make any sense. So you can eliminate it then and there. This is an answer where you need to read that section in order to get it right. Which now brings us to the paragraph which begins on line 50 with the answer to these questions, blah, 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 extent of the preparations can best be described as. Okay? So, the answer to these questions on line 50 starts with, and I need to actually look at the text for this one. Okay, this is an extended simile. How do we know this? Because the author says it is just like a Beethoven symphony. And the key words in those first sentences is the word like. That's what makes it an extended simile. So that whole thing, the answer to these questions is like the preparation for a Beethoven symphony. The key words were like, so that makes it a simile, and then it was compared to this Beethoven musical piece. That being said, it brings us to number 5. Wildflowers seen in the Sonoran Desert. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Get rid of that one. B, growing only from seeds dropped from migrating birds. I don't know about you, but I didn't read about any migrating birds in this essay, so you can eliminate that. D, produce seeds that vary in time they spend dormant. Yes. Okay? Have less resistance? That doesn't make any sense. They're freaking in the desert. They need to have more resistance. So the best answer is D. This is an in the text answer, directly in the text. Which then brings us to number 6. In the paragraph that starts on line 58, the female and male reigns can best be described as, okay, appeal to ethics means I believe blah, 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 blah. It's all about personal character. Is this personal character? No. No. So we can eliminate that one. Appeal to logic. A to B, B to C, A to therefore C. If you've read that, is that one of those? No. So it's not logic. Okay? Is it cause and effect? No. This is why, no. So The obvious thing that should have set it apart is male and female rains. We're comparing rains to person-like features, and therefore it is personification. You need to know that term if you want to be successful on the ECA. Brings us to the next question, number 7. Which set of words shows the author's view of the desert flowers? When you step away from that article, it should be clear that this author really, really likes the desert flowers. And I would say that the easiest answer when you step away is B. Miracle, magic, remarkable. This is all about some of the land that it's trying to grow on. Fragile, bloom, and death. Not really. The whole essay was like, those flowers are freaking tough. And then fuss, prognosticating, and waiting. Those 3 words aren't even related. All right, number 8. The colorfulness of the desert spring is determined by the amount of rain that falls in. Dude, it's in the text. And clearly, when was it raining all winter?
Yep.
And so, now think about this. Use your logic and reasoning. It's blooming in the spring, but where did the rain need to come from first? The winter. So it's like cause, effect. Which now brings us to questions 9 and 10. What is the meaning of the metaphor? It's just a blank or maybe a smile. Each spring flowering is unique. No, it doesn't quite fit quite well. Each spring flowering brings joy to those who see it. Kind of. We can put that as believable. B, each spring flowering is relatively brief. I like that one better. Why would I like that one better? Blank. You don't see people smiling all day like, like smiling. They smile like, hey, and that's it. So I like this one better. Each spring flower includes a variety of blindingly brilliant colors. Does this match up with the question even? No. So we got to get rid of that one. This is the best answer. You will have this on the ECA. Believable, better. Make sure that you can kind of separate one from the other. And on the ECA, you have an elimination function. You can eliminate answers that you know are wrong. And then you have to pick between the other 2. Read the following sentence from the essay. The flowers will go on mystifying us, answering, etc. Okay. A is believable because mystifying can be causing anger or confusion, but in the context of this article, is mystifying a negative thing for the flowers or a positive thing?
Positive.
It's positive. So in this context, that by far is the best answer. I hope this lesson was illuminating.